Hello everyone, this is Lam here. Today I'm going to pour on this 16 by 20 black canvas with these colors. And I did this painting right after I did the alcohol ink ones. So I actually made a mistake. I put alcohol in my pouring medium instead of water. So all these paints are watered down with alcohol, and I'll see what happens. So I am loading up a flip cup, and I'm just going to do a simple flip cup on dry canvas, and then I'm going to just put some black around it and see what happens. An interesting thing is that two of my colors are watercolors. It is the watercolor purple and watercolor blue. And I was kind of nervous because I put alcohol in it and it's already watercolor, so it tends to bleed and so I just not very sure about the properties, but I'll see what it does. Now you see I started cupping around because I realized that I didn't have enough color to cover the canvas. So I used the cup that I pour from and cup around the edges. This way I can stretch it, that I can cover the canvas without overstretching the color patch. And also that will produce some interesting patterns on the sides. So we'll see how it goes. I see some interesting lacing already. And there's a lot of green in this color palette, and I don't know about that. I like this green, but still I'm not much of a green person. So I take out my well-used balloon and started doing it in the middle, see if I can take out some color. But that alcohol in the mix is making everything so much runnier. So the colors are not as well defined as I would like it to be. So I started thinking about ways to enhance this whole composition, and I start with some string pole on the side because there's too much black on that corner. So I want to make some patterns there to create some interest. Because to me, art is about interest. And we want to express something, we want to make nice colors, but no one is going to care, no one's going to want to look at it if it's not interesting. So that string pole, I like it, and I think it is a good leading point to lead our eyes into the center. So what about the center? I need to create a focal point. And to me, naturally, I try to make flowers. So I just drizzle color in my usual manner in some metallic white, so like gold and white, whatever, and then do my balloon thing. And usually I need to do it a few times for any kind of petal or any kind of shape to start to emerge. See, I'm doing it again, at least in the center, because I am starting to like the outside petals but not the center. So still not quite doing it. I decide to leave it for a while because something might start forming, just like any flower dip or anything. You wait a little bit to see if something changes. And then I decided to do some balloon rolls at the bottom, and I did get some pretty patterns there, so I'm happy about that. And I am not crazy about that patch of blue there, so I decided to do some little string pulls. Yes, to create something. Because there's some lacing there, but that lacing is not that pleasing to me, so I don't mind, getting rid of some of that. And I am doing string pull in just various sizes. Because again, you can do the same technique as long as there's variation, because variation creates interest. Okay, trying to do more in the middle of that flower. Okay, something's starting to form. It's starting to have definition. And always good to use the bamboo stick to add a little bit of definition to it. And then next, decided to do more string pulls. It is not always more the better, but in this case, I decided that the first two work so well, so I can do a couple more to add a bit of extravagance to it. Because this kind of string pull does resemble, scroll work in those sculptures, and to me that looks luxurious. Now this one, I'm trying to do one without the gold. And then another one. Again, I'm thinking about variation here. But then, without the gold and the white outline, it's just not as well defined. So I decided to leave it and work on another section. Because in a big canvas like this, I can move around and work on different sections and then come back to what I worked on before and look at it with a little bit of a fresh eye. Okay, so I started cupping around that. Because it's a big canvas and I am not really crazy about the color pattern of the original flip cup, so I am thinking of any way I know to enhance it. So I have done string pull, I have done balloon rolls. Natural, logical choice next is cupping. But the cupping, I have to be very careful not to overdo it, because doing a little bit of that can add elegance. Doing it too much, it becomes too busy, and things can get murky as well. So that's a fine line, and it's an artistic choice to decide how much enough is enough. And to me, it is hard to decide when to stop. And there, I decided to do some there. That place is mostly black, so I'm not taking up too much color. But there is some pink still in that cup, so I'm waiting for it to trickle down so I can add some colors to it. Okay, so I have several bunches of cupping vines, and I'm happy with them. So far so good. I'm starting to like this composition. And how much more can I do to enhance it? Because that center flower still looks a bit blurry to me. And I decided to deal with that string pole section first, because to me that is just too murky. There, that's more like it. Not quite enough actually, so do it again. And the beauty of it is that you can just add color and then do it again if you don't like it, so it is quite forgiving in that regard. Now that section there is starting to get full, and I want to add to it without disturbing the patterns. But I think the flower needs some more petals at the top there, just little ones, to define the shape. I like to use white or metallic white to do flower petals because they provide the most contrast, and that adds a lot of definition. So with small petals like that, sometimes the fingers are the best choice. Okay, I am starting to like this flower now. It's starting to look like a chrysanthemum or peony. I think it looks more like a chrysanthemum. So I like it. Torching it. So far so good. I think it is done. And I'm liking the colors and the composition and everything. Now this is close up. Look at the details. Even the greens has so many shapes. And the balloon rolls and the cupping vines, they just go together so well in this one. And it's okay to combine techniques as long as they work together. Look at the string poles. It just adds so much elegance to the piece. And those are the interesting lacings. And again, the flower. I'm glad that it looks a little bit murky, but not too bad. So, I really like this one, and we'll see how it dries. Okay, now here comes the dry result. It looks good on picture, but actually in real life the flower is a little murky, not well defined, so I added some gold to define the shape, and this is the final product. Now this painting is available in my Etsy shop, and the link is in the description box. I think it will look fantastic with resin. So thank you very much for watching this video, and if you like it, please share, subscribe, and comment. I appreciate your support. Thank you for my viewers. You have a great day, and I'll see you next time.